Hey Bethany family, we are excited to see many of you starting this Sunday. We are having in-person gatherings starting this Sunday, and we are excited to see many of you. We wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what that looks like and go over some things before we do that. We wanted to remind you that our service times for these next 4 Sundays are at 9 o'clock, at 11:30, and at 2. And there's multiple reasons for that time frame. It gives us time in between services to clean it, and as different people are entering and exiting the building, it just gives us space to have social distancing and the ability to clean the building in between times. Another reminder is if you go to bccanderson.org/restart reservations, you can sign up for your time slot there, and we encourage you to go there and sign up and reserve your spot for that. We wanted to give you just a glimpse of what that looks like, what that Sunday will look like. We are asking that you park in our main entrance, out in our south parking lot, and come through the main entrance only. Those doors, the main entrance doors, are the only ones that are going to be open for that Sunday, for those 4 Sundays. And as you enter in, you will have greeters here at the door, and they will have the doors open for you already, and that way you don't have to open up a door. And then as you begin to enter in, you will see a different part of the building here.
Welcome to the atrium. You may be able to tell, carpet's not in and we're not 100% ready yet, but we will be. As you come in on Sunday mornings, there will be hand sanitizing stations available immediately as you come in through these doors. Also, if you need to use the restroom, they will be in the regular spot over to the side. And you've seen several videos of upgrades and updates that are happening throughout the building, and those do continue to happen. But we ask over these next 4 weeks that you would please stay within the barriered areas. That will help us to maintain a clean and sanitized space for everyone to worship. Also, over these 4 weeks, we also ask that there be no hugs or handshakes. Again, to avoid any awkwardness that might be, what do I do as I greet my fellow believers, as I greet fellow people here at Bethany. So as you walk your way through the atrium, you'll come into the worship center as normal.
Upon entering the worship center, there will be an offering box here. You can place your offering in the box, either as you come into the worship center or as you're leaving for the day. We will be worshiping as a family, as there will be no children's services offered. If you come in for the 9 o'clock service, we're asking if you come with children that you would sit in the areas marked on the sign, as 9 o'clock is primarily for at-risk attenders.
Yeah, and if you come to the 11:30 and 2 o'clock, you'll notice that we've got the other side for at-risk, and then you'll see you can sit anywhere else within the sanctuary. If you do come with kids, we ask bring paper, pencil, crayons, markers or something, because we're going to try to have something within each service that the kids can do to keep them occupied. Come on down this way and we'll show you what we've done with the pews. Each of the pews are marked off every other to maintain that social distancing. One of the things, if you're the first one in, so don't fight to be the first one in, but if you're the first one in, if you could move kind of to the middle, and that'll leave enough room for people to sit on both sides. And then we'll start our worship service. Afterwards, we plan on doing communion kind of towards the end. So make your way up here, and Bob can explain what communion will look like.
We've had several questions about communion and how we would do that. And we understand that some people, even as we've designed it, may not feel comfortable taking communion. If that's the case, that's fine. You can wait and do that later on when you feel more comfortable. But we're going to have 3 different stations set up at the front, and there'll be one in the back as well. One in the back will be for those who have dietary restrictions or those who have difficulty walking. But at the end of the service, there will be a time in which families, individuals can come up one at a time, come to the table. And there will be several trays, also hand sanitizer if you'd like, but several trays that will set out. The cups will be spaced out. And the way in which we're going to do this is pretty simple. There's actually 2 cups together. The bottom cup will have the piece of bread. top cup will have the juice, so you can just pick that one piece up. You can take the bread, the juice, and when you're done, you can just place that in the trash can and then exit. That will allow us to stay with the CDC guidelines of not everybody leaving at the same time. If family just come up and do that, and as you finish, then you can exit. Now, we know that all of this isn't exactly the way we'd like to do it if we were gathering together to worship. But this allows us to at least be able to gather together, to worship together, and we'll try to stay within these guidelines. We're doing this soft reopening for 4 weeks. During that time, we'll kind of see how things go and make some adjustments. And as we move on into July 12th, we may change things a little bit. And if so, we'll keep everybody informed in regard to what we're doing. But we also know there may be some who aren't comfortable returning yet. Now, if that's the case, that's fine. We don't want you to feel like you're left out. If you don't come back on June 14th, you can come back when you feel comfortable. We'll be glad that you're here. And we also understand if you're not quite ready yet. But we look forward to those who are going to be here worshiping together, and we'll just continue to worship together in community as we move on. Thanks.